what I can do for you?
Polish up my gear for tomorrow.
If I could, I'd never leave from travelling at the end.
Well met, sir.
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads? Perhaps new discoveries await us.
You're wasting your time talking to...
Might I interest you in my humble wares? Much obliged, sir.
Well, it takes two to make a sale. And this seller had nothing to tempt us with. Our funds are better spent elsewhere.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Let's get to work. Naught to look forward to, but a long day of
What else do I treat myself to a tickle, not more work?
I've been here so long, I almost forgot why I came.
I've never heard such a
life to my own road these days. I'd sooner be cold and
We're saved. I haven't the words to thank you. I doubt we would have pulled through if not for you.
I'm about ready for a break. There's aught to be said. My bed, please.
Not a foe in sight. What a shame. How are we to prove our mettle now?
Well met. Pleasure doing business with you.
Apologies, but I can't offer you a ride, sir.
I'm just grateful I get to lead my life.
another. Day over.
Chance to put my feet up is as welcome as mine used to be.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
things and turn. I've a feeling fortune shall favor us this day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.
Creaky knees. These old bones.
Slim pickings of late.
Feels eerie. This ox cart's bound for Burnworth. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
I say, we collect as much as we can carry.
Beg pardon, sir, but I'm...
Ah, you've returned. How did you fare on the journey to Melve? Splendid! You've been an immense help, I must say. The cart reached its destination safe and sound, and from the tell of it, you even rid the road of a few monsters.
Ox carts seem a convenient choice for longer journeys.
What do you think?
You've been an immense help, my...
'Twould seem we've a need to visit the palace.
This is not
Got some business with me, do ye?
It's this way.
fancy a look at my wares.
Over here, if you would.
Welcome to... And quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price... Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
While you're here, eh?
This ladder can take us to new heights.
We ought to put it to good use.
Autobase seems familiar. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the form...
Most hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged.
Pray, follow me.
Fancy a look at my wares? Hey, welcome to... And quality's what you need if you want to survive. So... Before you check the price, just remember, misers die early. Deaths. Hope to see you again.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged.
A treasure chest! I can hardly wait to open it. Not all chests contain
Welcome. And quality's what you need if you want to survive. So, many thanks. I appreciate the bit.
Here's a welcome sight.
What's this? Come to admire my Ho, ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach even the... If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive. And 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you'd consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Batal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
Shall we seek some answers? We've arrived, just as planned. Shall we make for Vernworth Palace? We have arrived. Sir Fulvio, the artist whose service Sir Clark commissioned, is residing in Batal. Shall we go and meet with him? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
You'd think that'd be on account of immigration, but not so. See, a child born of both races always favors the beastren. At least I've ne'er beheld a human with a beastren parent. I suppose it might be possible, but 'tis unheard of. If we keep mixing, someday our kingdom will end up with more beastrens than they've got or in Batal. So what'll it be? Not to twist your arm, but this is a rare opportunity to own a bit of property in Vermont. Well, you needn't decide this very moment. Will someone do aught about this? Someone do aught about this?
I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Might we consider boarding an ox cart? Oh, I don't know about you, but my legs are
I'm not taking any passengers just... Tomorrow will be no different.
Nothing's harder than living it honest.
Time to be heading home.
Come.
I'm not taking...
Master, given the distance to be covered here, we might want to avail ourselves of an ox cart services.
Right you are.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Ain't got the foggiest.
Best not be bothering me for no reason.
I'm a gunner.
Don't think I'll stand for this.
This ox cart's bound for the check.
Yes, Master.
I suppose you'll be wanting my help.
Oh, very well. Don't wait yourself.
The ogre is distracted with a woman in sight. Strike now or next chance. Carrying on. See our foe, it's unbalanced.
There is no better time to strike.
Moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this. Recklessness has done them no favors. They ought to have conserved their strength.
Strike fast and true, and that quarry shall fall. High ground when fighting on an incline. Remember the powering up of all the systems. Arisen. I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
I've never heard such nonsense.
Harpies, Master!
Leave off before you earn my spite.
Shit!
Ah, things will sort themselves out.
I do believe our party would stand to benefit from the addition of a sorcerer.
It's a fascinating vocation and an enticing one too. Few who try their hand are like to give it up.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have seen a pretty stone lying about, would you? One befitting the name the Jadeite Orb. It was stolen from me while I was delivering it, and if Master Everard should find out, there's no exaggeration. He said people killed before, more than a few, at that. To be quite truthful, I'd intended to sell off the Jadeite Orb and quit this place for good. Working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed up till he decided to spit me out. That jewel was my last hope. Now it's gone. Unless you were to find it for me. Would you?
Have you come from Vernworth? How are things there? The ancient battleground to the north is overrun with hordes of fell beasts, and so little are survivors anticipated that you'll find not even a checkpoint here. In times past, 'twas safe enough a night, when the monsters sleep, but no longer. Since a few days past, skeletons and phantoms have made this their nightly battleground. 'Tis nigh impassable now. It could be that aught's befallen the cenotaph. I'd heard the spirits had calmed somewhat since 'twas erected. Say, if I cannot dissuade you from traversing the ancient battleground, would you consider passing by the cenotaph and making sure...
We have reached our destination.
Greetings. Tell me, in your comings and goings, did you happen to encounter a man by the name of... He seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure known as the Jadeite Orb. My fellow merchants are scouring the city for him as we speak, but have had no luck as yet. And if I may be candid, our primary concern is not the merchant, but rather the orb. 'Tis an item of precious importance to myself and my partners, you see. I must see it reclaimed, post-haste, and in my hour of need, who should wander by but the good Arisen? What say you, sir? You will be rewarded handsomely for your service.
Sirs Offalv and Everard each seek the Jadeite Orb. To whom ought we to grant it, assuming we find the thing at all?
Whatever choice you make, Arisen, I am sure 'twill be the right one.
Welcome, sir, after all. 'Tis folly to linger on a single vocation when there are so many exciting methods of... Come back to be tried. Always a pleasure.
Well then, son, how might I be of service? Well then, son, how
Townspeople depend on me. Can't help but talking and whispering. Come on, have a look.
My sword arm could use some work. Only person I believe in myself.
is Artemis hereabouts?
A
Chance to put my feet up.
Why? Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Slow and steady. Is Artemis hereabouts?
Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
I sleep on my
Welcome, sir, after all. 'Tis folly to linger on a single vocation when there are so many exciting methods of combat to be tried.
'Tis good to be busy. Work begets opportunity.
always a pleasure.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
I'm not quite as nimble as I'd like to be, but I suppose that's what I get for carrying so many things.
Trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least you'll find a bit of peace and quiet. Many thanks.
Could it be your... If I cannot dissuade...
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, if ever you've need of an ear to listen...
This This rumour has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of it. Apparently, there is an illness we pawns can catch beyond the rift that makes us a danger to ourselves and others. Symptoms include an unruly attitude and overconfidence, and any—
Oi, you there! You've just— I don't mean to pry, only it's my grandson, a boy by the name of Rog.
Morris, I've just found out Roger's been abducted by beasts.
What? No! How can that be?
I've just heard news. Rog was seen being dragged off by wolves.
Oh, my poor boy. We must go rescue him at once.
Morris, think what you're saying, friend. We can't go charging off after the lad. We are no match.
Do you truly expect me to do naught but twiddle my thumbs when my only grandson's been taken from me? The soldiers won't do aught for him. We'll concern it all. He's right. But what else am I to do? If I do not hasten to the— Do you truly mean that? If you return him to me, I will—
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
Greeting! We see a great many customers given our location.
If you want my advice, heed no advice, save your...
Can't leave my post, I'm afraid.
Where are you going?
Pray, sir, seek out the Jade Idol. As for where to look, you could try asking a bandit, or...
The flowers that bloom around here glow come nightfall. From what I can glean, the petals absorb the sun's light by day and release it after dark. Isn't that unusual?
Sir, how can I...
Could it be aught before? If I cannot dissuade you from pressing onward, perhaps...
How might I be of assistance?
Aye, I met Roger by the cenotaph, on the eastern side of town. He had what looked like a bundle of grass with him, only he was carrying it as though 'twere of the greatest import. When I asked what he was doing with it, he would say no more than 'twas a secret. So I told him to get home safe. Yet no sooner had I turned my back than I heard him scream. I charged to his aid, but a wolf was already scarpering with him and its jewels. Poor lad. His cries, pray help him if you can, sir. He deserves a better...
You'll never believe this, but the other day, I saw an elven woman and a dwarven man walking hand in hand. Normally, you put an elf and a dwarf in the same room and they'll be trading blows before you can blink. Mayhap my eyes deceived me.
Shame there aren't as many folk spinning tall tales in the tavern of late. I rather enjoyed hearing the one about the Gigantus. Have you heard it? 'Tis said to descend in times of conflict, scattering friend and foe alike, and leaving only death and ruin in its wake. Sounds like the last thing we need, doesn't it?
Aught you need of me?
Fancy a look at my wares?
Whoever said foraging was unseemly never knew a day of hard travel.
You ought to exercise more restraint.
There are quite a few beastrons are in Batal, but you scarce see them this side of the border. Strange, that.
I'm a tad preoccupied just now, if you can't.
'Tis my duty to hear the people's concerns.
I see life as a journey.
I've got nothing for ye.
The flowers that bloom, from what I can glean, isn't that unusual?
Fancy a broken arm? Why, that's my speciality.
What? This again? I am aware of the situation, sir. I feel bad for the lad, but I don't have time to go chasing after every child who goes missing. Monsters are a fact of life in these parts. It is not the first time they've preyed on some poor villager, and it shan't be the last. There's nary a thing I can do about it.
Stay away from me.
Is there aught you require?
What do ye want?
I'm not taking any pass.
How might I aid you, sir?
I'd be glad to talk when I'm off duty, sir.
I've got nothing for ye.
Could it be aught's befall if I cannot dissuade you from...
I only work when I fancy.
Well met, son. What am I supposed to...
Have you heard the rumors? The residents of a small village to the north are said to have perished overnight. There was no warning, no apparent cause. Of course, such rumors are best taken with a grain of salt. Some peddler might have made it up to increase sales.
Eh? Need something from me, do you?
Not much going on hereabouts.
Not much going on hereabouts.
Unless we've business, you'd best leave me be. Poor Rog. He truly is a lovely boy, and he's delivered me my remedies many a time. Once, he even picked some flowers on his way and put them up for me. All pretty. I still recall his smile when he told me about the beautiful flower bed he tends to on the outskirts of town. Oh, Rog, will I e'er see your
Sunset draws near.
Ears pricked. 'Twill be difficult to pinpoint distant foes by sight alone.
The flowers that bloom around here glow. From what I can glean, isn't that unusual?
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Bones! Walking bones!
There'll be a holy light somewhere.
Well done.
Defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
This spell will empower you with elemental magic.
Very well. I shall await further orders. An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
It is a tad inconvenient that we can't share equipment.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible. Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it? Allow me to lead the way. I can take you to our destination by the optimum route. Quick, douse the flames!
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm. Seems there's no room for argument here. I shall obey, but I won't pretend I'm happy about it. Have you need of lightning's power? Teach yours to wield!
Oxen are sturdy creatures, aren't they?
Such beasts are a fair source of meat when rations are lacking.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Twould be a fine spot to rest, should we have need of one. I'm all for swapping stories, but perhaps another night. I can scarce keep my eyes open.
I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your...
I've just had a thought. Curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women.
There's ought to be found there. Can you not see it?
We ought to take a closer look.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use Curate.
We're to break it. It shan't be from this side.
Really now? Yon statue makes for a fine landmark.
Why don't we go take a look?
rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favour.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim goes to waste. We may have underestimated this foe. Time to heal up. Let's keep still a moment.
I did my best to match your skill, Master.
This ox cart was beset by assailants it could not shake. And this is the result.
The roads are hardly safe.
We must remain... Remain vigilant.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises. Magics are at your disposal!
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side.
Arisen. I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
My thanks. There you are. A well...
He is really pushing your luck.
Nothing I can't have.
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow.
I'm stumped.
You'll have to do better than that.
Lay down your arms.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
We must not let down our guard.
Here's hoping I can have a look around. See what else I can
At once, Master.
I'll get that for you. It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
I can proceed no further. Might not one of the bandits in Vernworth's jail know of the methods employed by thieves and their ilk? Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
I suppose 'tis so.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. Pray. Follow me.
This journey will be a long one. What say we employ an ox cart and save our feet the blisters?
'Tis the Arisen's choice to make, though I certainly wouldn't begrudge the chance to put my feet up.
You looking for a fight?
This way, Master. Here we go again.
I don't suppose begging for a reprieve is getting far with one of any lot.
Might not one of the bandits in Vernworth's jail know of the methods employed by thieves and their ilk? Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
There's no great shock to me.
attack!
Elemental magic!
Request your strength, Arisen! Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by...
Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it?
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early Britain gets the worm, as they say.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise. It's rather narrow here. Be on your guard.
We ought to hasten our steps, lest we find ourselves trapped.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
Might not one of the bandits in Vernworth's jail know of the methods employed by thieves and their ilk? Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
It is as you say.
The battle continues.
Aptly said. Strike with the power of lightning!
Appreciate it. Here, by way of thanks.
Follow me, if you would. Distract our foe, Arisen. I'll see them routed.
Miss, shame us both.
Let me get that.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favour.
Try not to get hit, lest all that room go to waste.
Flawless execution.
Indeed. 'Twas enough to make one pity our foe.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Pray, follow me. Lord save our best will do.
Ah, yes, now I see.
Arisen! Are you all right?
It seems we have enraged our foe. Bring this opponent's victory. I've got a firm grip on our foe. An excellent strategy. Allow me to assist.
Make haste, before I'm shaken loose. Let's not point fingers, but it's clear one of us was out of step.
Leave an opening. Focus your attacks.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
Understood. One of us has been drenched.
campsite just now.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors.
Master! Knight's attack will only be to its advantage. We'll have to try something else.
Faster, Risen! I shan't let you fall!
The Risen is in charge! Have been lost in the throes of battle. Yet we put up a brave fight, and here we stand.
Fortune favors us, 'twould seem. I've got wares of every... ilk. Hope to see you again ere long.
As a matter of fact,
Not like a feast to get you ready for bed.
I quite agree. Best we recuperate our strength before we set off again.
Follow me, if you would. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
I say we collect as much as we can carry. Of course it falls to me to do this. Isn't that always the way of things? Can't say I'm thrilled, but I'll get it done.
really now, what are you doing?
Forgive me. I could not help but laugh. I'll get that for you.
This ox cart was beset by assailants. Could not shake, and this is the result.
Be on your guard. It's a similar fate.
Careful now.
I nearly did as duty demands. One of our number is unconscious. Chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? Freshly rested as we are, this vessel ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard. Pray, follow me. Might not one of the bandits in Vernworth's jail know of the methods employed by thieves and their ilk? Pray, allow me to show you the way.
I suppose 'tis so.
My talents lie in combining materials, and I'll use those in... We are none of us alike in vocation.
'Tis a tad inconvenient that we can't share equipment.
I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other's strengths.
We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once. Would you mind coming over here? Following along, I trust. Take care not to lose sight of me.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the arisen.
slit your bleeding throat!
A well-organized pack is my specialty.
What's your business with me?
Watch yourself. I'm not.
Tell is, Vermund was...
Use me as your foothold to soar to greater heights! You have my admiration. I doubt even my own master has obtained an article so rare.
Off to market I go.
Do forgive me, but...
One never can have too many of these.
What say we pelt one at the next foe we encounter?
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
Oh, what does this say?
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
I've little enough gold to spend as tis. Bunch of sluggards.
Apologies, Master, but you will have to do without us for the time being.
A welcome respite from all that hustle and bustle.
Will someone do aught about this? So what'll it be? Not to twist... Well, you needn't decide this very... Quite the predicament. I've more time than I know how to spend. I've more time than I know how to spend.
Those new recruits can barely lift their swords.
Quite the predicament. Won't someone do aught about this? I've more time than I know how to spend.
Quite the predicament.
Let me get that.
Quite the predicament.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
A fine place to sit and gather.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
Only person I believe in is myself.
Fine better today.
What business have you here?
Wouldn't I now had cause to draw steel?
It's quite a quandary.
You can do better than that!
What business have you here?
not my duty.
I'm dead on my feet after today's training.
I'm not going to take that from you.
Huh? Thanks, I suppose.
Strike! Now!
Fine, that hurts! Yeah!
I've had enough. This doesn't sit well with me.
This cannot be!
This is rather thrilling.
This ladder can take us to new heights. After you, Arisen.
Hey,
Well
met, sir.
I almost forgot why I came.
I'm sure I'm actually heading home.
Right. Just follow me. The letter has reached its recipient. Shall we inform Sir Donovan, Master? Leave this to me, Master. I'll bring you straight to the one you seek.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Let me think on this